Dear Diary, today I played Baboons Were Here Together. It begins with the incredibly difficult puzzle not every person can deal with, and that's of course finding a friend.
Hello, Mr. Quo.
But once you figure it out, you can start enjoying watching your partner being embarrassed by showing off a variety of their brain freezes you never knew existed, as well as contributing the same fair amount to that yourself. I've played in 2 previous games of the series and I haven't noticed much of a difference. Having said that, I don't think it needs to change. I'm perfectly content with what it is. What I'm saying, if you played previous games, you are just getting more of the same experience. Sure, graphics could be better and physics less junky, but it's not really the point. The point is the puzzles, the amount of them and the quality, and they pretty much delivered on that. The most apparent change I found is story delivery. It's not on background anymore, it's far more apparent, less cryptic compared to pieces of lore you would find through environment from before. I've been a big fan of Jester's voice acting, though I think he needs to put more work in song lyrics.
Again, my slave to stand the test. You shall atone, I do not jest.
Developers still have this, what I call a healthy dose of sadism, or you could say a taste for drama, which once again becomes very apparent in the end, where I stand before my friend begging for my sorry life and hoping that she will decide to stab herself in the chest instead of me. Yeah, a big source of fun for everyone. The game clearly still has 2 roles, what I call librarian, the guy who hangs back and usually just provides information, and adventurer, who's always in danger but has more things to interact with. The thing is, me and my partner are perfectly fit for these roles. My friend is always eager to jump into unknown, shrugging off any danger at my pose, bravely catching every incoming stone with her forehead. And I usually like to just sit back and observe, analyze, preferably from somewhere comfortable and with a cup of tea. But you can't choose it in the very beginning. The game sneakily chooses it for you based on how you solved one of the puzzles. I do like this idea on paper, it makes things more natural, but it surely can backfire as it was in our case. We had problems solving that puzzle, switched places to see what other person couldn't, solved it, and been playing for the rest of the game in our opposite elements. Most common complaint I heard from my friend was, wish I had more things to do. And I thought, wish I had less things to do, and less being electrified, less being drowned, and less being tortured by clowns. A puzzle that I liked the most was the one where you cook up a soulstone and play around with alchemy. Translating scientific names of imaginary plants was quite something. All of them sound like you are trying to conjure up some kind of spell or summon a minion from depths of hell. Puzzle with the revolving doors I liked the least. It's positional, doesn't really have this dark gothic castle stylistic, and if somebody put it in the other game I wouldn't have noticed. I think to this day it's still one of the best cooperation game out there. It is truly unique and there is no game quite like it that fully relies on communication between 2 people. Closest things that come in mind are Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, but doesn't have the same charm, and Portal 2 multiplayer. But even there you could play with a silent partner without much issue. And that's it, great game, hope to see more in the future. It took us 11 hours to complete and I rate it 80 out of 100.